La 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 la. All right. Didn't wake up at 9 a.m. today. Couldn't. What I haven't really talked about in obvious detail, instead of like speaking vaguely between the lines, is that every week, to be more specific, every Tuesday, for the past, I don't know, 6 months or so at least, I've actually been involved in a mastermind with two Kindle publishers, Emeka and Ollie L. Gore. Emeka because obvious reasons, Ollie because really obvious reasons. One of which makes a lot more than me with publishing, and the other one makes a lot more than me with business, and I pay him to level me up, essentially, as a mentor. So, with these weekly calls, we share information as far as like what's working for us, what's not working for us, so that we can learn from each other's mistakes. Because while it is necessary to make mistakes starting out, you get to a level where you don't want to, waste as much time making mistakes. So why not just learn from others at your level or even slightly above? Share, what pitfalls you've had so that others can avoid them and, reciprocate. So that's how, from the beginning of the year, like after December when I had my first 4K month, which is an anomaly due to the holidays, I went from making a consistent 2K a month, off season, to now during the summer months where business is supposed to be bad, I'm averaging all in all between Kindle publishing and everything else about on average 6K a month, like 5.5 to 6K a month. So that is good. That shows that collaborating with teammates does work, and masterminds with serious people work. So if you aren't doing it already, mastermind with other people. Okay, so what I really want to talk about is something that was given to me as an idea by a friend of mine, Gerald, who was with me in the Cancun mastermind, roomie for the trip. He's like, hey Jacob, everyone knows about your wins and about this whole quitting your job shit, but what really happened at the beginning of the year? Like, tell us more about your big fuck up at the beginning of the year. So why not? I'm a little bit uncomfortable about talking about it because it's embarrassing, but it had to happen. It taught me how to, from now on, not screw around with my money. So why don't we talk about it? Okay guys, cryptocurrency. At the end of last year, October, November, December, things really took off with crypto, right? So naturally, everyone got involved. I certainly did, and I thought it was something that was going to stay at its level for a while. So like anyone else, I put money towards it. I was seeing gains, and I made gains. I actually realized profits with in the month of December, where I made $9,000 profit in crypto from trades and whatever else was going on. Mostly with just Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and then I was doing really well with an altcoin called Substratum. But that's besides the fact. One critical error I made was that I'm not blaming the person who referred me to it, because it's my own money, but I was introduced to what are called lending platforms. So everyone knows about BitConnect. I did put a lot of money on BitConnect. Like, I just put in like, what was it, $500 to dick around, because I knew it was kind of weird how BitConnect operated. So I put $500 in it as a joke. But there was another lending platform that I thought would far outlast BitConnect, something called Devor. Okay, just if you don't know crypto, just hang in with me for a sec. And all in all, the way it worked is that you would get, like 1 to 3% returns daily, based on your capital investment. and you would get your original investment back in like, what, 90 days. I think that's how it worked. So, I dropped a lot of money into that. How much I really dropped in it was around, it's embarrassing to say, but I put 30,000 in it, okay? $30,000 into a lending platform. And back then I had the money, well, shouldn't say that. Like, yeah, it was my own cash. I didn't take any debts, but I took $30,000 essentially out of my savings for this. This was right after I bought my condo, by the way. So go figure. But $30,000 in a lending platform. Initially, awesome gains. I was making just from this lending platform like $500 a day, and I would actually cash it out. So I wasn't stupid, like, well, not entirely retarded. Like, I was cashing out my gains because you never know what could happen, right? And it was easy money. Easy money. Too good to be true money. So, long story short, after things peaked, you know, BitConnect got shut down, and like people freaked out with crypto in general, and especially lending platforms. And to make a long story shorter, Devore shut down before I could get my capital returned to me. So in the meantime, when this whole thing went down, I maybe was able to claim back $10,000 of my money in terms of earnings. So $10,000 in earnings minus a $30,000 capital investment equals a $20,000 deficit. Okay, and from what I remember, it put me in debt at that time, because now I remember a good chunk of the money that I used for my capital investment did come from a low interest loan. It's really embarrassing to say it, but I'll say it anyway. It was through my 401k savings. Like, it sounds fucking retarded now. And what's even more retarded is that there was a point in time when I could have sold all my Devore and made like $40,000, but I stayed in the game thinking things would continue peaking. So how's that for fucking retarded? But yeah, that went down, and I need to change lanes. So with that, my paychecks were being garnished with the way I set up the loan through my 401k. So I had to essentially pay back, what was it, like $1,500 a month, I believe. At least $1,500, maybe it was like $1,800, but whatever. And I only had about $2,000 net after taxes and garnishing to live off of. And that's not a lot of money at all. Not a lot of money at all. Living in the Bay Area. So I was having to spend more than I was making to get by for a period of months. And it really taught me two things. Number one, don't ever fuck around with your money in something you don't completely understand. Like, yeah, in December and January, everyone was a fucking crypto expert with all the analysis that they could theoretically come up with, but no one knew what the hell was going to go down, except maybe Crypto Doug. But other than him, like, no one really knew what was going down with crypto. So, you know, I got in when the fad was hot, and I got burnt when things hit the fan. So, you know, that was dumb. And I should have done, like, deep inside, I think I knew that the lending platform idea was a scheme all along. But I thought that I could get my capital back before things went south. So it was like taking a calculated gamble that was illy calculated. It was just not smart, especially with the amount of money that I put in it. Like, if I had to put in only $1,000 or like $2,000, like, whatever, who gives a fuck? And I'd be like, yeah, I knew it was a scam all along, but I just wanted to play along, just put $1,000, see what happened. But I took it seriously and I got greedy. So number three, you know, don't get too greedy. Don't push the limits beyond what you can afford to lose. If you can't afford to lose $30,000, don't invest it. especially even in something like a legitimate biz op, you have to only put in when you can afford. Like with Kindle publishing, I tell students and peers this all the time. Don't go into fucking debt. Don't get a loan just to publish more books. You know why? Number one, other than it's stupid. The why it's stupid, number two, is that there's no guarantee that you're going to see your money back. Okay? Like even with my coaching, like I can't guarantee you that you're going to make X amount of money with a book, okay? Like, if I'm choosing a keyword for you, then yeah, then that's a little bit different. I can promise you a degree of success. And traffic is horrible. Oh my God, Bay Area, fuck you. But, wow. But aside from that, like, I can only maybe promise you after some point of time getting your money, getting an ROI off of a keyword. But I can't promise you you're going to make 1000% gains off of X keyword, no matter how good it is. Because, okay, not only is it the keyword that you're banking on, but we also have to bank on your level of ability as a publisher. Something that is probably going to be maybe talked about in another channel is the keyword Fortnite. I'll hit it first since we're on the topic. Fortnite is a super, super hot keyword. Everyone knows about it. Everyone's competing in it. Now, Fortnite to me is worth $4,000 a month. Fortnite to someone else publishing, like a student of mine who has some books on a Fortnite, makes $0, even though we're in the exact same keyword. Why is that? The reason why that is because our understanding of publishing and our degrees of ability and execution are completely different. Like, for something like saturated like Fortnite, I know, okay, I need to be visible, I have to run ads, but I have to run my ads profitably. So I know I need to set my list price higher to make an ROI. But I know too, with running ads and getting momentum going, maybe I can earn a price strike. So let me set the price a little bit higher than normal while staying within the rules of Amazon and set a book for $15, hope it can sell for like 10 or 11, okay? No magic there. Like, that's what I'm doing now, not the dumb shit I was doing before. But I know what I have to do, and also my content needs to be different from everyone else's. That's why I was the first publisher that came up with the Fortnite guide for kids and maximizing, your child's fun with the game instead of like being the best Fortnite player, because parents don't give a fuck about their children being the best Fortnite player in the world. Actually, they don't want that. They want them to still focus on school and having a life outside of that stupid ass video game. Okay? It's no offense if you like it, but I suck at it. But that's what I realized. Okay, I knew my audience. I knew my audience were not the Fortnite players. I knew the audience buying these books were parents of children that were playing Fortnite, and they wanted to buy guides for their kids. So I struck gold with that easily. Okay, and my book's only like a 45-page book, so it's nothing great. Now, along with that, I know that there's going to be competitors, and one did steal my keyword idea. It's actually a friend of mine, but his book is a 3-in-1 bundle that offers great content, supposedly. You get a value deal for 3 books for the price of 1, and he became a competitor of mine. So then what I had to do was become more visible than him and shut him off from AMS by outbidding him with a bid that is like way beyond his, while still staying profitable. So it's like a game of Tag You're It, or Marco Polo, or Cops and Robbers, whatever you want to call it. For a keyword like that, and maybe I should be able to teach this later on in another video, it's like having to outplay your opponent, like in a game of chess. Like with chess, okay, you can think 7 or 8 moves ahead. With Amazon, since it's much less sophisticated, in my opinion, you can play 1 or 2 steps ahead of everyone else if you know what you're doing. And I'm not just talking shit, because that's what I am doing on Fortnite. Like, it's no secret that I'm in the keyword, and my money is like out the fucking window with that one. So that book, oh man, I have to admire it. But that one is a little bit of a tangent. Hope no one good listens to this video and like actually learns from what I'm talking about, because it's gold. But yeah, this is not even the topic I wanted to record about for today's video, honestly. But why not just mention it? Like, maybe people like these random rants. I don't know. What I really wanted to talk about too is what was it again? I think it's going to be tonight's Q&A. So hey, real quick, we're going to have another Q&A tonight at 6 o'clock Pacific, 6 p.m. I did an impromptu one yesterday, and even with very little notice, a lot of people showed up. People asked some great questions. Justin Natmore, Alex Truong, Emeka was there. Lots of other people showed up, and it was great. So I appreciate that, guys. Thanks for making it a success on such short notice. And you know, we're gonna do it again today, like Mario, Crypto Jones, my man. We're gonna be there again tonight, so let's do it. So what I wanted to talk about also was from the call I had this morning with Emeka and Ollie, the whole notion of being mobile and being able to move, not just to reduce your cost of living, but also what's best for the business. So I am pretty damn sure I won't be staying in the Bay Area by the end of the year. Like, I have family outside of the Bay Area, so I can still be able to spend the holidays with them and such. But I don't see the point of living like an ordinary American at the price of $3,000 plus a month, all in all, with all expenses. You know, when I could be living a much better life, spending half that maybe somewhere else. However, I'll be honest, my only reservation about moving to somewhere like Thailand, Vietnam, you know, the Southeast Pacific, is that I was doing international sales as a career for 7 years. And throughout those years, I've lived in Asia for what would total out to be, you know, like 4 or 5 months time. Like, I know what Asia's like. I've never been to Thailand. I've never been to Vietnam. So, of course, I want to be able to travel there, and along with Bali too, just to check it out. Like, I'm not even for vacation, but just to hang around and chill. But there's no place like America. There is no place like the United States with the resources you have here. Most of the people I know aren't Americans. I can't even say that anymore with publishing. Everyone's fucking international now. Like, even the Americans are traveling abroad, but that's not true. I guess I'm just really comfortable living in the United States with my, you know, standard of living. Everyone speaks English. I know how to operate with the US dollar. I know all the laws here. Like, it's pretty chill by now. So maybe I just have to get over the fact that, you know, what's best for the business is moving out of the Bay Area for sure. Now, if I want to move over to Asia, knowing what it's like with, you know, the heat, you know, smog pollution, you know, I'm looking right at the downsides because I know what the upsides are. You don't have to convince me of that. You don't have to convince me that the cost of living is much lower. People are super friendly, very personable. You know, they'll invite you into your homes. It's community oriented. You know, great food. Again, things are cheap. Malls, you know, all that good stuff. Like, you don't have to convince me about that. I know it already. I know it. But I hate the heat as far as, like, you know, how hot and sticky it can get with the humidity. I hate that. And it's just different living in Asia. It's kind of like the Wild West, Wild East, I should say, over there. So I have to make up my mind about what I really want to do. I'm really leaning towards Las Vegas because, to me, Las Vegas is the best city in the world. I mean, come on. let's not get it twisted. Las Vegas is fucking awesome. Plus, it has no state tax. Plus, the rents there are cheap, and it's Las fucking Vegas. So, the only downside to that is that I don't know anyone in Las Vegas. So, the real honest thing is that I was thinking of moving to Thailand and like be able to hang out with Ollie, maybe Michael Jack if he's. I think he's leaving, right? He's leaving Thailand. No. So it would just be Ollie, but it would be great to network and partner with someone like him and, level up each other's businesses, not just with Kindle publishing, but whatever else we have going on together and, just really grow things from there. Like that would make the most sense business-wise. As far as like lifestyle, I would much prefer Vegas. I could even deal with the heat because it's already the end of September. It's going to be relatively cooler there for the next, 9 months or so until it gets hot again. Like, that's fine with me. But Vegas is awesome. So, hey, are there any Kindle publishers that want to, room with me in Vegas? I don't mean, doing it small with some shitty condo. Let's move to Veer Towers. Split a 2-bedroom, live like fucking ballers. Kind of on the cheap. We could probably split it $1,000 a piece at Veer Towers and just fucking kill it. Right in the center of the strip. Who wants to do that? If you want to do it, let me know in the comments and we'll talk. If you're serious. I'm serious. If we can do it, let's fucking do it. But, yeah. So that's what I'm going through in my head right now as a Kindle publisher. Because with Kindle publishing, you always have to protect, with any business op, I suppose, you have to be able to protect your downside in case things hit the fan. So far, I don't see any indications that my account will be banned for whatever. Honestly, even with Fortnite, maybe I'll just get a slap on the wrist for trademark infringement and get my books removed. But, so far so good. But at the same time, if that hits the fan, I have to be able to still afford a living and at least survive while I recoup from that. So that's always on my mind, which is why I'm also putting out more content. As far as Kindle publishing, I placed an order this week for a book, and once I get my my August royalties this month, I'll be placing an order for what I think will be a 4-book sequence. 3 books, which will become a bundle that I think will do super well on audio. And it's a keyword that I will not share. Sorry. Just won't do it. And I'm very confident it'll do well because the twins told me it was good and no one else is doing it. So you got to go to the Cancun Mastermind next time if you want to hear secret level shit. You got to attend the Mastermind. Okay, not only did I pay for my own Mastermind with course sales and such during the trip, I made my money back. Now I have this intel that is going to make me untouchable once I get my shit straight and get that stuff published and executed correctly. If everything is true, damn, that Mastermind was entirely worth it. 10x. So yeah, I've got that too. You gotta talk to other people, guys. Soloing your way through Kindle publishing or any business op is stupid. You make friends, PM people. PM me. If you're cool, I'll talk. I respond back to messages now that I have more time. But you gotta be cool when you approach someone. You can't just say, "Hey, how are you?" I don't give a fuck. Or hi. How are you doing? How's your day today, sir? Come on. Hit me with some good shit. Butter me up with a compliment. Ask me a smart question. Show some appreciation for whatever. Show me some love. And then we can work together. But you got to be smart with how you approach people that are, on a higher level from you. I'm just starting to fucking ramble now. So I'm probably going to cap it here. Since we've got another hour anyway tonight on the live Q&A. Again, 6 p.m.